Alright, it is cold and windy out here. And I think I said on my last video that I was done with these things. And then I remembered the X-brace. So, now I'm done with them. Until tonight when I think of something else I need to get up under there for. But it's getting to the point where I don't have to have these. I can just use a jack. These were so handy. I borrowed them from a friend. They were, I mean, just a lifesaver on this thing during the whole build. So much easier to get this thing up in there, and it goes a lot higher than this. I think I showed it in one of my videos how high it goes. Anyways, the X-brace is done and painted. There's some drips because the wind was blowing like a mofo. So the paint really isn't for looks, it's more for keep it from rusting. So I tied a garbage bag around my drive shaft to paint it, so I'm gonna leave that there. I ran out of paint, and there's still some little spots that could use some, like right there, somewhere else. Oh, and also we're taking a poll. I don't know if I said this already, but when I was joking the other day and said welcome to Hot Rod Driveway, some people think I should name the channel that. I think I did say something about this in the last video. Anyways, again, if you think I should name it Hot Rod Driveway, then just notch it on down there below in the comment section and say no, just keep it no name, or yes, Hot Rod Driveway, since I'm build all my shit in the driveway. Alright, well, I got my task done for the day. Put in my X-brace and drive shaft loop. I am happy and done. It's only 2 o'clock. So that will wrap up this video. Perhaps I will start another one when we do the top here for this. I already started making the little cross members that I'm gonna make. I made one. That was the best thing I could think to do, is screw on brackets at the end of this, so it'll screw to the bed like that on both sides. And so it's gonna have one right here. It's gonna have one on this side right up against it. It'll have another one down here somewhere, another one, and maybe another, I don't know. Anyways, that's it for today. I'm happy. Got some stuff done. Now I'm gonna let the truck back down and call it a day. Okay, just cleaning up. Just put my welder up. I got the X-brace in, or X-bars, X whatever you want to call them, and the drive shaft loop. Almost couldn't find the drive shaft loop. Almost had to go to Summit and buy another one. But here is my ugly job. Let's see here. Let me get up under here. Alright, so there is the front, and then the X, the drive shaft loop up there, welded in, and then the ends. Bam. I had smaller space up there than I thought, but what do we got? I can't even get the camera up there far enough. About a ½ an inch, I guess. A little less than I thought, but I mean, I've got the pipes as far down as I can get them. They are all the way down. If this drive shaft wasn't a 4-inch, if it was a 3.5, then that would be a lot better, but oh well, I think it'll be alright. Now I have to wrap the drive shaft with something and then paint all this. I got some rust reformer Then I'm going to put on all this, and then just some gloss black paint like I did on the frame, and repaint all the stuff that I had to grind away to weld to, and then we'll be good to go. I did not get the back bar welded in because that lift is right there where I'm gonna weld it, so I'll just put it in another day. That'll be no problem. That's easy. No angles, no nothing, just a straight piece of pipe going across. Can't get easier than that. So I'm going to get my lines all back into place and screwed back in, and then paint this stuff, and then I'll show it after it's painted. Okay, here we are. I am going to attempt to put in the X brace in, well, underneath the truck in the frame. Here's the piece that I was using the first time I attempted to do it, and forgot that I needed my drive shaft in place before I could weld in something, and not know just how close it is. And I'm glad I did that, because this truck has a 4-inch drive shaft, whereas the Nova has a 3.5-inch, which that's what I thought I was getting. So that's a little more clearance, which I don't have, and I would have screwed up. So I just cleaned up the ends of it, and this was already fitted to go in place once. So all I had to do was clean up the ends, you know, nice and shiny. And then underneath the truck, I placed it and then cleaned up where it's going. Let's get under here and take a look. So right there is one spot cleaned up, and then way over here is the other spot. So looking at it long ways, there's one spot there, and then there's the other spot right there. So that's a pretty big X. I haven't really measured it, but, and that leaves me with the rear axle all the way down, which it will never be driving. Even racing on a track, I'll never get full extension on the rear. This truck just, well, I doubt it anyways. But even so, with the rear end all the way down or at full extension, I still have about 3/4 of an inch before it hits. So with the truck sitting down on the ground, I probably have like 3 inches, something like that, 2 inches. So once I get this X brace in, I may put a bar right across under here and put my my drive shaft loop in. If I have to, I might be able to use the X brace. I'm not sure. We'll just have to see how it works out. But so this is the beginning of the end here. Once the X brace is in, the drive shaft loop is in, I've got one more bar to weld in at the very end of the frame, just going across the frame rails just for a little extra support, and then everything down here will be done, and all we'll have left is the bed cover, and the truck will be done and ready for testing once my new carburetor gets here. All right, so I will I'm not going to record me sitting here trying to do this, because it's just a bunch of trying this, trying that, tack weld this, move it, you know, all that crap. You know how that goes. So I mean, I just don't see any point in showing it, really. Watching me move around in fast motion looking goofy. All right, so I'll check back in when some progress is made.